We thought we'd just do a quick video as an update to the photos we published a couple of months ago regarding our trip. We've had a lot of people who've continued to ask us about the trip and where we went and what we did. So we thought we'd just pull it together in a video for you and give you some more information, because a lot of people tend to share their trips with us, and in turn we'd like to share a bit more with you. So look, if I can give you a bit of an overview of the trip, the whole purpose of it really was to have some time out with the family while the girls were this age, and it was one in a lifetime sort of trip.
I think it worked really well. They were old enough to really travel well and enjoy it, and as a family I think it worked really well.
Yeah, and so I mean what we did, just to give you an overview of what we did, we basically bought around the world airfares through Qantas. And basically we flew from Brisbane to Hawaii and went to Maui and Honolulu, and after that we flew on to Los Angeles, and we had about 4 or 5 days there chilling out, which was great. There's certain areas of Los Angeles that we really love and we'll share with you in other videos. After Los Angeles we flew into New Orleans, and we had a great time there. There was actually an NFL game, which was their Sugar Bowl, not Super Bowl. It was the peak of their college football, and it was tremendous. One of the best sporting events that I've ever been to. So I really enjoyed that. Yeah. After that, we flew on to Orlando.
Orlando was good for the kids, not so much for adults, but they loved Disneyland, they loved Universal Studios. It was a really good week for the kids to just have a bit of fun and relax and enjoy that sort of thing.
Yeah, they particularly liked that Harry Potter world at Universal Studios, which was really good. Even I enjoyed it. So after that, we decided to go on a cruise around the Caribbean. The first time we've done a cruise. A lot of our clients keep telling us how good cruises are, so we thought we'd better try this for ourselves. So we went around the Caribbean, really enjoyed it. The kids had a great time. So overall, it was a great experience. And then thereafter we went to Miami for a week. Again, we just chilled out in Miami.
Yeah, and as with a lot of the places, even though we did travel during winter and it was a bit cooler, a lot of these places were still really lovely, and we just went along the beaches, and it was really nice to do.
Yeah, and we went down to Key West for a bit of a day trip, and thoroughly enjoyed that, although would definitely, if I was going back again, we'd spend 3 or 4 days there.
It was a really magical spot, actually.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. So, always got to leave something for next time. So after that, and after Miami, we flew to Spain and went up to a little coastal town called San Sebastian in the north of Spain. It's near the border of Spain and France. Probably equate it to like Noosa here.
But also with a Parisian edge, so it was just really quite old worldly and sophisticated, and just a really lovely spot actually.
Yeah, I think we thoroughly loved that. So that was great. There was even a small tsunami while we were there, and you can see that on a separate YouTube video on our YouTube channel. It was really quite an unexpected event, and it was
a little bit scary, but we were all right. But yeah.
So after San Sebastian, we flew. We went to Barcelona for a couple of days, and then we flew from there to London. And we had 5 days in London with the kids, and really enjoyed that. I think they thought they were going to meet the Queen, so a little bit disappointed with that, but they thoroughly loved it. They enjoyed seeing Buckingham Palace, Madame Tussauds.
I loved London. We haven't been there since our honeymoon many years ago, and it was just really beautiful. Obviously they've done it up for the Olympics, but the kids loved London, so I found London one of my highlights, because there was so much for us as a family to do, and it was so safe and so beautiful, and we had such sunny weather, didn't we?
Yeah, we were very fortunate. After that, we hopped on the tunnel. We went through the tunnel on the train through to Paris, which was a really good way of getting from London to Paris, and it's one of those tick boxes. The kids really enjoyed it. It was really easy. After we arrived there, we had about 4 or 5 days there. We just walked the streets.
Yeah, we love Paris, and we always do, and it's always nice to go back to. We also spent a lot of time in the playgrounds in Paris. The kids love that part of it. Just chilling, relaxing, walking around, having a croissant. and coffee. Yeah, it was really nice to do.
And I think that was an important part of the trip. We didn't do overly a lot of touristy things. We just did normal things that we'd do if we were living there. And so we did a lot of playgrounds around the world as we went, and so that was really enjoyable. So after Paris, we flew to Rome, and we had about 8 nights in Rome. Saw the usual, the Colosseum, and a few things like that. The Trevi Fountain. The kids really enjoyed that.
Yeah, they really liked the ruins and about learning about ancient Rome. That was really interesting for them.
And they loved the gelati, of course.
Yes.
So every night. Can we go get gelati? Every night. So that was really great, a lot of fun. We took a little side trip, just for a day trip, up to Florence. We'd been to Florence before, but thought we'd quickly slip it in. We hadn't expected to go there.
Yeah.
We just hired a car and off we went. So that was really good. I think if I did it again, I'd probably, spend 3 to 5 nights in Florence. The kids really enjoyed it. You can really explore that city.
It's a beautiful city. It's one of my favourites.
Yeah. So after we left Rome, we flew to Hong Kong for our last stop. We had 3-4 nights there.
And interesting about Hong Kong is one of those places that I think I need to go back to and discover better, because when we were there, we had a little bit of smog, and after being in Europe, it was a little bit different, but it was still fantastic to see an Asian city after being through so much of America and Europe, so it was good.
So after Hong Kong, we flew home, and overall the trip ended up being about just over 3 months, which was really good. But again, we took it at a nice slow pace and really made it home wherever we went and did lots of normal things. So it was really enjoyable.
Yeah, I think if we didn't take that approach, the kids would have got very travel weary too soon, and so we just decided to take it a bit more at their pace and a bit more at a local pace, and as a result I think it worked really well.
Yeah.
We had some really good experiences as a family.
Yeah.
So it was good.
People keep asking what was the highlight of the trip.
Yeah, I've got to say London. It was such an amazing place. We've been there, done that, but it was just so good to see it through the kids' eyes, and then we were just chockers full of stuff every day, and the kids were it was just an amazing place to go and walk around and be safe, and it was good.
For me, I definitely agree, London was the highlight for me, but truly the highlight for me of the trip was actually the length of the trip. It was just such a nice amount of time to have with the kids, and I think as a father, and most fathers, you usually don't get to have that amount of one-on-one time with kids, or if you do, it's early on when they're a baby, but it's a bit different. Our girls were 8.5 and 10.5, so they're old enough to take in things and remember some of the memories that we created. So it was really good to do, certainly as a father, but as a family, I thought it was great, and really helped continue to build the bond between us and the kids. Yeah,
it's going to be one of those trips that we all look back on and go, aren't we just really glad we did that at that time? It was a really good thing to do.
So look, I hope you found this good. Again, we love sharing this sort of stuff with you. Clients always come back and tell us about the highlights from their trip and what they did, what worked and what didn't, what they'd go back and see. So I hope you find this of use. Happy to share more information about it in certain areas. But thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.